Good afternoon. You may be seated. Good afternoon. My name is Stacy Edmondson, and I have the pleasure of serving as Dean of the College of Education at Sam Houston State University. It is my sincere pleasure to welcome you to the College of Education Teacher Pinning Ceremony. We began this tradition in 2018 for several reasons. One, to honor you, our students, our teacher candidates, our next generation of difference makers. You've worked hard, you've learned, you've grown, you have struggled, and you have overcome. And for today's graduates, this is more true than ever before. You have persevered through one of the most unusual, unexpected, unpredictable, and frankly sometimes unpleasant seasons that our world and especially our teachers have ever faced. Today, you have reached a milestone, the step that moves you from being a student to a teacher. In a few minutes, you will recite the College of Education Teacher's Oath, committing out loud to yourself, your peers, your faculty, your families, the responsibility that comes with being a Sam Houston State University teacher. The oath reflects your commitment to this noble and meaningful career. Today is a day worth celebrating because you are worth celebrating. We are here to recognize this accomplishment, to tell you how proud we are of you, and to celebrate this transition. Well done and congratulations. Absolutely. Woo-hoo. Our second reason for being here today is to celebrate and honor the career you have chosen. The need for dedicated, passionate, well-prepared, excellent teachers of all types has never been greater. Today's students need you. They need and deserve the very best teachers possible. The pin you will receive today includes the Sam Houston State University official SH logo, because you proudly will not be just a teacher, but a Sam Houston State University teacher, the best that Texas has to offer. Okay. That indeed makes you special. Your pin also, however, is in the shape of a starfish, and I want to tell you why that is. In 2017, our college began the Starfish Project in response to helping meet our students' needs after Hurricane Harvey. Little did we know that in 2020, an entirely new perspective on how important it is for us to support one another would present itself. Not that much unlike a hurricane, the pandemic caused great loss and great need, and the College of Education family worked together to meet those needs at every level possible, including financial, academic, and emotional support. Hurricanes, pandemics, social injustice, political divisiveness, even war. These things remind us on a daily basis that the need to support one another, to care for one another, to build understanding, and to ensure that people know they are loved and valued no matter how different or similar we are, and no matter what challenges we face. That need is consistent and constant. The Starfish Project is named for a story that you may have heard before. In fact, you may have heard it from me before. But in the story, a little girl walks along the beach after the tide has come in and the tide has gone out, and the beach is full of starfish, littered the entire beach with starfish. And as the little girl walks along, she picks up a starfish and she tosses it back in the ocean, and she picks up another starfish and she tosses it back in the ocean one by one. And a bystander sees what she's doing, and he walks up to her and he says, "What are you doing? Do you not see that this entire beach for miles and miles and miles is covered with starfish? How are you ever going to make a difference?" And she looks down, she picks up a starfish, she tosses it back in the ocean, and she looks back at him and says, "I made a difference to that one." Your College of Education pin is in the shape of a starfish to remind you that teachers make a difference. They make a difference every single day in perhaps the most powerful and meaningful way possible. They impact students, they impact lives, they impact the future. The future of our schools, the future of our communities, our country, our world are, without exception, impacted by teachers. Starting today, you are a teacher, and we celebrate that profession and your choice to be part of it by this pinning ceremony. I keep a quote on my desk that I've had there since I started teaching 30 years ago, and I really do keep it on my desk. It's tattered, it's worn, it's faded, and it falls apart, and I literally have to hold it together with a clip, but I leave it there because it reminds me 30 years later of why I do what I do. And what this plaque says is that 100 years from now, it will not matter how much money I made, what kind of car I drove, or how big a house I lived in, but the world may be a better place because I made a difference in the life of a child. You will make a difference. You will impact children. You will change the world, and you matter every single day. So the Starfish legacy continues every day because of you. So thank you, not just from me, but from the entire College of Education, and especially from the students whose lives you will impact. For those students who you will make a difference to every single day, thank you for choosing to be a Bearcat teacher. Remember that your job, your calling, is to make a difference to one and to many every day. You are a Bearcat teacher. Congratulations. So every teacher pinning ceremony includes words of wisdom from a recent College of Education alumnus who is in the early stages of his or her teaching career. It is my pleasure to introduce this year's alumni speaker, Ms. Prax Garcia. Ms. Garcia is an alumnus of the University of Texas Pan American in Edinburgh, the University of Houston downtown, where she completed her BBA in finance, and also UT Arlington, where she obtained a Master's of Education in Curriculum and Instruction with an emphasis in literacy studies. She also attended the University of St. Thomas for a semester of bilingual education classes, and most recently, Sam Houston State University, where she obtained her graduate certificate as a bilingual Spanish educational diagnostician. During this time, she also obtained her certificate in special education. She began her teaching career as an elementary bilingual teacher for Houston ISD and then for Klein ISD. After 14 years of teaching, she became a bilingual educational diagnostician with Klein ISD and is presently a diagnostician with the Special Education Department in Cypress Fairbanks ISD. Please help me welcome College of Education alumnus Prax Garcia to the stage.
Good afternoon, everybody. Teacher, maestro, or maestra, this title carries with it great privilege and responsibility. You are surrounded today by a cadre of people who know deep in their core that there is no profession more noble or deserving of honor than that of an educator. Today marks the beginning of a wonderful journey to come. I am thrilled you are joining the ranks of the educational elite. It's a tough job that will make you question your ability to carry out the required tasks. I'm in a new role as an educational diagnostician, so I understand what it feels like to ride the learning curve. I'm still on it. The days ahead will be filled with frustration as you try to figure it all out, but they will also be filled with infinite joy, because the delight that you will feel in your heart when you open a child's eyes to learning will be unlike any experience you have ever had. Aside from your university degree, you must trust in your God-given talents, your unique personality, and your skill set as you set out to impact young lives. Being bilingual is one of my skills, which has allowed me to teach and work with second language learners, as well as communicate and orient their Spanish-speaking parents. Some of my parents have expressed relief at having someone they can talk to about concerns or answer questions about procedures, because it can get a little confusing for them sometimes. I encourage you to strive to partner up with your students' parents to extend learning across settings and to ensure that you have a willing volunteer for school-sponsored events. There's always those activities during the year where you need a parent to help you. So that relationship is very important. Being bilingual also enables me to advocate for my students as I explain to colleagues how to distinguish between a language difference and a learning disability, for example, now more than ever in my new role. All of you will have many fans, young fans, looking to you for guidance and a sense of security. When my daughter was in 5th grade, I asked her who she wanted as a teacher because sometimes admin tries to accommodate us teachers if possible. She thought about it for a while, and then she chose Ms. Faltisek because she said, even though she is strict and a tough teacher, she can control the kids to keep them from misbehaving and causing trouble. So it's important for our students to feel safe. Also, our students thrive on praise and acceptance, just like we do, whether they are in elementary, middle school, or high school. They need someone to validate them and to cheer them on. If your students like you because you like them, and they can tell, they will be open to your rules and to your instruction. It's the little things, like this little card that I got from a former 3rd grader stating, "Gracias por ser mi maestra." Thank you for being my teacher. It's these little things that put things into perspective, what we do and why we do it. I always look at my little guys every year as they're coming in and as I work with them now, and I wonder, what are you going to be when you grow up? And what can I do to help you get to that point while I'm here with you? Okay? Your mission field awaits you. Believe in your potential and do not be so hard on yourself because with each passing year, you become more knowledgeable, competent, and efficient, which leads to increased confidence and purpose. I can attest to this because remember, I am still riding the learning curve. I encourage you to pick the brain of seasoned educators and be a team player. Hang in there. Our students need you, and you are an important part of our team of educators. Teaching is a demanding job, but it is a rewarding one. Like one of my principals used to say each morning after the announcements, make it a great day, the choice is yours.
Thank you, Prax, for those excellent words. We also always welcome each year a superintendent from our service area to come and offer you words of guidance and direction as you move into becoming a teacher. And I am honored today to introduce our featured superintendent speaker, Dr. Jenny McGowan. Dr. McGowan is the superintendent of Klein ISD, serving 54,000 students. She's a dedicated leader who has also served Klein ISD in the roles of superintendent, or deputy superintendent, chief learning officer, executive director, principal, assistant principal, and classroom teacher. Under her guidance, Klein ISD earned the tremendous achievement of being named a District of Distinction National District of the Year in 2021 by the District Administration Magazine, a national publication, for their tradition of excellence and innovation. Dr. McGowan is recognized as the 2022 Region 4 Superintendent of the Year and is one of 5 finalists for Texas Superintendent of the Year. Additionally, she's been honored as one of the 40 professionals under 40 across all sectors of the greater Houston area by the Houston Business Journal in 2017 and the Houston Bizwoman Headliner in Education in 2018. In 2019, the American Association of University Women named her as one of the outstanding women, or named her as the outstanding woman in education, and also as a Sam Houston State University College of Education Distinguished Educator of the Year in 2020. Most recently, she was also in 2020 named National School Public Relations Association Superintendent to Watch. Dr. McGowan completed her undergraduate degree at Texas A&M University and received both her master's and doctoral degrees in educational leadership from Sam Houston State University. Please help me welcome Superintendent Dr. Jenny McGowan.
Well, thank you, Dr. Edmondson, and good afternoon, future teachers. It's always a joy to come back to what I agree is by far the best teacher preparation university in our great state of Texas. But of course, as you know, I'm a bit partial as a fellow Bearcat alum. As I look out at this room today of 158 incredible graduates who will be entering into the field of education, I am in absolute awe. In fact, as I was watching you all come in with your smiles on your faces, looking ready to face the world in the classroom, you give me hope and you inspire me with joy, and it's truly an honor to get to share a few moments with you this afternoon. I also want to say a word of gratitude to all of your families who are joining us this afternoon. How about we give them a big round of applause for the way they've cheered you on in achieving your dream of becoming a teacher. Well, for me, the work always begins and ends with our students. And so I'll start today with a story I heard several years ago when I had the joy of listening to a student, a graduating senior, tell his story. He recounted in the days following Hurricane Harvey, trapped in an apartment by the floodwaters alone, because he had decided at a young age that it was better to live alone than to continue living in the chaos created by various family members' addictions. How he rationed out saltine crackers and a can of tuna and patched leaks in the ceiling the best he could with cardboard while waiting for the waters to recede. With both older brothers already high school dropouts and one incarcerated, he told us of the moment he walked into his high school, came across a community of teachers, of leaders who believed he could emerge from his circumstances, and how this intersection with hope and possibility and real support changed his life. I'm happy to share with you today that this young man, a Texas public school graduate, went on to attend Harvard University, a far better story than the narrative that could have otherwise been written about him. And as I listened to his story, I was struck by what a grave loss it would be for humanity if this brave student, this courageous soul, did not have a seat at the table in solving the world's problems. He had within him the intellect and the capacity to persist in the face of seemingly insurmountable challenges. Which led me to my next thought. What a marvelous privilege it is to be an educator. We have the opportunity, the distinct privilege every single day to enter into young people's stories, to see their promise, to honor their unique gifts and passions, and to come alongside them and helping them find a mighty purpose for good in their life. We get to hear their stories, celebrate their progress, and feel the joy of their success. All of us have a unique story about how and when we knew we wanted to become teachers. Some of you have always known you wanted to become a teacher, but I thought I wanted to be an attorney, and I took the scenic route into becoming a teacher. My journey into education began in a dusty classroom on the other side of the world in Uzbekistan. It was hot and humid with no air conditioning, no technology, no fancy tools or materials. Many of my first students were girls who had never had the opportunity to be educated before. And it's no doubt that their hearts and their tenacious desire to learn and their resilience captured my heart. Their curiosity, their gratitude, their wonder is what changed the trajectory of my life, setting me on a journey that landed me in a completely different place than the courtroom I'd once imagined. I returned home to Texas to Klein, inspired by these courageous young women, and I began my career in Klein ISD as a high school English teacher. It was a completely different environment than my very first classroom. But one thing remained the same, and this will be true for all of you no matter where your classrooms end up being. I always felt that same magic of being a teacher, the joy and the responsibility of doing everything I could to make a positive impact on every student in my care. In thinking about all of you today, I was reminiscing on that first official year of teaching. Whew, I was so nervous, and I was surrounded by mentor teachers who gave me all sorts of good advice and other advice like, don't smile until after Christmas, which, by the way, if anyone ever tells you that, please smile at these children. They need your smile and they need your love. But nevertheless, I tried very hard not to let the kids see how nervous I was inside. On the outside, I was calm and cool and collected, but on the inside, I was excited and scared and very worried. For weeks before the first day of school, I kept waking up, true story, in the middle of the night, rehearsing in my mind how I was going to approach the first day, rereading Harry Wong's classic, The First Days of School, until it literally fell apart at the seams. I was very young at the time, much like many of you, not much older than many of my students. So I showed up every day for months, much to my colleagues' amusement, in a full business suit. It helped them stop asking me for a hall pass, so that was a good thing. But now, in a very short time, you'll be arriving in your very own classroom. And there's just a couple pieces of encouragement I want to leave for all of you as you begin this journey. First, always remember that your classroom has the power to be a transformative space. It's a place in the world where a young person, marked by any sort of circumstances, can be given a very real chance to rise. That is the power of public education at its best, that a young person can start in one place and, with access and opportunity and hard work and community care, end up in another place that transcends their initial or inherited circumstances. And that way, the classroom for me will always be a sacred space, a place where we not only teach our children to love our great nation, but through our collective commitment to every student's success, we reveal to them in our actions the beauty of America, the refuge she is, the opportunity she offers, the grace she gives to all of us to write stories that transcend the circumstance of our birth. And in that way, I ask, and I hope you will always remember, what could be more American or patriotic than to protect and support and champion the difference-making, life-changing, transformative work done by teachers in classrooms across our nation. As teachers, we have the honor of guiding students through their educational journeys. We have a shared vision in Klein ISD that applies to every kid. We believe that every student enters with a promise and exits with a purpose. Some students are fortunate enough to have families who nurture their promise and who keep their promises. And some, often through no fault of their own, come into the world full of promise, only to make their way to our classrooms with empty and broken promises. When we choose to be teachers, we choose to stand in the gap between every student's promise and their purpose. Remember that on your worst day, you might still be somebody's best hope for a better story. Every kid is one caring adult away from a different story than perhaps the one they started with. And you never know the moment or the day or even the school year when you are changing someone's life because of the way you cared about them. The love and intentional efforts that you'll invest every single day choosing to be there for your students will absolutely make a difference. And time spent investing in the lives of others is never wasted. Teaching is a noble and beautiful profession, but as you've heard today, make no mistake, it is very challenging. But of course, you already know that. You will pour your entire life into becoming an incredible teacher, and you will have to make sure to take care of yourself. So I want to say that again. You will have to make sure to take care of yourselves. Educators are some of the kindest, most selfless people I know. So please hear me say this today. You cannot pour from an empty cup. So I ask you to pause and think right now. What fills you up? What helps you to recharge and refresh? Whatever it is that fills your cup, please keep that in mind and put it at the top of your list right now. Make sure you take a few moments each day to fill yourself up, to take care of yourself, so that you can thrive and not just survive your first school year. And I would be remiss if I didn't touch on some of the challenges we face as educators. There's uncertainty in the world that we're faced with, and sadly, many folks would like to divide us and distract us from focusing on our students. You are entering into the field of education, and no matter where you teach, and I know some of you are coming to the best district, Klein ISD, very soon, just remember that you belong to an extraordinary family of educators. Like any family, we're not perfect. However, every one of us can choose to turn off the negativity and noise that so often seems like the soundtrack of the world in favor of a kinder conversation. Every one of us can choose to be the one who brings out the best in every person in our care. Every one of us can be the person who looks for the promise and not the problems in our students and in our coworkers. We have the collective power not to destroy dreams, but to make dreams come true. So let's make some of that magic happen together. Just think, you're going to be somebody's favorite teacher. You're going to teach somebody's favorite subject, and you're most definitely going to be a local celebrity. There's nothing quite like the feeling you get when you're spotted at the grocery store buying toilet paper and your students flock to you to express their disbelief at the fact that you actually live outside of your classroom. Future teachers, 5.4 million Texas students are waiting for you. They need you, and they're counting on you. And you know what? So am I. You are a difference maker, and I'm so excited for each of you and the journey that you have ahead. Congratulations again, future teachers. Go make your success stories and have fun doing it. Thank you.
Thank you, Dr. McGowan. And now for the moment you've been waiting for. It is my pleasure to introduce Ms. Jessica Jemison, our Director of Innovative Partnerships, who will lead our graduates in their pinning.
Hello, students. We are so proud of you for making it this far. We are so excited for your families being here, and we are so excited for this next chapter. You made it. You have made us so very proud. As you go on to become full-fledged teachers, I'd like to leave you with one of my absolute most favorite quotes from Margaret Mead. Never doubt that a small group of thoughtful, committed citizens can change the world. Indeed, it is the only thing that ever has. At this time, I would like to invite the marshals and the faculty to take their positions and prepare for the pinning of our candidates. Candidates, the marshals will direct you to come forward to be pinned. You're going to face the audience, and faculty will drape your pinned stole over your shoulders from behind. Celeste Monroy. Kendale Devereaux. Michaela Mathis. Haley Plimpton. Sergio Alfaro. Cindy Guerra. Mary Carmen Martinez. Raquel Robledo. Catherine Salazar. Elizabeth Bridwell. Virginia Straughter. Monica Polmeyer. Amber Graham. Alyssa Estrada. Desiree Gonzalez. Crystal DeVorio. Casey Bumpus. Dominique Rodriguez. Reese Harrelson. Mackenzie Shepard. Riley Link. Madeline Gubser. Cassie Helmbrett. Allison Rooney. Anna Armstrong. Aaron Rowley. Angelina Hare. Callan Wilkins. Kayla Wheeler. Ryan Winkler. Nicole Coronel. Hannah Lee. Darby Hughes. Ashton Lowry. Mallory Sizemore. Dalton Quinn. Harley Stabler. Jack Johnson. Allison Holder. Courtney Herrera. Ashley Caballero. Mary Kanarick. Savannah Dorr. Diaz. Almost said Dorr again. Destiny Halliburton. Haley Noel. Shelby Schrader. Jamie Deans. Alyssa Simmons. Olivia Holland. Brianna Tate. Brianna Espericueta. Laura Murphy. Emilio Morales. Jessica Machuca. Emily Chernasek. Nicholas Adams. Javon Rougeley. Blake Davis. Jeremiah Cabrera. Samuel Hernandez. Aaron Pope. Brittany Conklin. Abigail Hudson. Felicia Heschley. Nelimar Cortez. Kiara Lemus Morales. Elsa Gutierrez Isaguirre. Jessica Hewlin. Kimberly Martin. Callista Wynn. Alyssa Beecham. Michael Crass. Gracie Lopez. Hannah Stauffer. Gia Donahoe. Kirsten Osteen. Haley Wade. Morgan King. Ashley Hyde. Stacy Bowman. Roxanne Leon. Caitlin Imshoff. Kylie Demmer. Bailey Bass. Diana Falcon. Jamie Reyes. Matthew Davis. Giselle Gardner. Marina Kariakis. Darnell Moffness. Daniela Gonzalez. Tyler Hermes. Anna Marie Janning. Martha Rivera. Jessica Castillo. Cindy Rodriguez. Justin Terry. Nikki Bird. Epifanio Olvera. Hannah Haymark. Alyssa Freeman. Brittany Shields. Chastity Lee. Jamie Barrera Cortez. Damaris Barrera. Jacqueline Palacios. Anastasia Skeen. Riley Dorr. Jennifer Carney. Heather Johnson. Catherine Murphy. Carrie Whiteside. Emily Hernandez. Rachel Alfaro. Brittany Long. John Baker. Seth Barrios. Samantha Martinez. Kristen Washington. Brianna Farrell. Jure de Guzman. Ariana Ramp. No more coming. I'm gonna wait till they. Where'd Ariana go? Congratulations, you are Bearcat teachers. We are so incredibly proud of you. Now, I'd like to invite Miss Ariana Ramp, College of Education Ambassador, to come forward to lead the Bearcat Teacher Oath.
Good afternoon. My name is Ariana Ramp. I am an ambassador for the College of Education. I will be leading the Bearcat Teacher Oath. Teachers, please stand for the Bearcat Teacher Oath. Repeat after me. I am dedicated to serving others through teaching. I am committed to inspiring the minds of the future. I will strive to create opportunities for others' success. I believe that a quality education is founded upon research, is culturally responsive, and is ethically sound. As a Bearcat teacher, I will use my abilities to make a positive impact on the world. I am a lifelong learner. I am a leader. I am a difference maker. I am an educator. I am a Sam Houston teacher.
Thank you, Ariana, for leading the oath. My name is Dr. Abby Strunk, Department Chair for the School of Teaching and Learning. As we conclude today's ceremony, allow me to leave you with a quote from famed news anchor Tom Brokaw. "You are educated. Your certification is in your degree. You may think of it as the ticket to the good life. Let me ask you to think of an alternative. Think of it as your ticket to change the world." As you celebrate all of your accomplishments this week, and you should, remember you are stepping into the next chapter of your life with the ticket to change the world one student at a time. Please join me in another round of applause celebrating our newest Bearcat teachers. Students, the marshals will dismiss you by row outside of the ballroom. Please pick up a parting gift from the college on your way out. Friends and family, if you will please remain seated until all of our newest Bearcat teachers have recessed out. Thank you.